April 7th through April 13th, 2024, week 15. Since we saved the best for last, Geminis, stick around to the end for Gemini specific information. And just as last week, the sun is in Aries and is in the fourth house. This week, we start with the moon in Pisces in the third house. Let's go through where everybody is. The sun is in Aries in the fourth house. Moon, Pisces in the third house. Mercury, Aries in the fourth house. Venus in Aries in the fourth house. Mars in Pisces in the third house. Jupiter in Taurus in the sixth house. Saturn in Pisces in the third house, Uranus in Taurus in the sixth house, Neptune in Pisces in the third house, Pluto in Aquarius in the second house. So there you have all the planets and how we start the week. All right. So since we start with the moon in Pisces in the third house, let's talk about that just a little bit. The moon. The moon represents emotions, how you express yourself, intuition. It rules the sign of Cancer, and the moon represents the feminine side of one's personality. The third house, this is the house of learning, communication, education, and the mind. Pisces, that's the mutable water sign. So, what's mutable? Mutable means adaptable, mentally agile, loves mental stimulation, and can be easily bored. And water. Water is emotional and sensitive. However, I just don't think that Pisces are nearly as emotional as Cancer. And I'm saying this from experience. Plus, the moon rules Cancer, so there's that. All right, special astro events. The 8th is Power Day, solar eclipse at 11:18, and a supermoon and new moon at 11:21. And let's just say the 11th hour of the 8th is a power hour. So the 8th, Power Day, the 11th hour, Power Hour. Right on. I'm excited. All right, insights for the week. These insights are a broad overview of what we can each expect over the next week or so, and that's for each of us. All signs of the zodiac, everyone's included. And eventually, we'll be doing weekly insights for an individual. And that will be based on an individual's time of birth, date of birth, place of birth, and so forth. So, since we'll be doing this on an individual basis, it will, of course, not be free of charge. We haven't decided yet what our rate will be, but we're working on it. So, just so you know, eventually we're going to have something for you that you can subscribe to or purchase, and it will be for you as an individual, all to you. And in the meantime, we do have something online on our website, and you can access that on the front page or under the title area where it says horoscopes, and you click on your horoscope, and you fill in a little bit of information, and it will populate your natal chart. Now, what we're going to provide on a personal individual basis that you purchase will be a little bit different than what we're providing free online. So just keep that in mind, but you can get a pretty good idea about yourself online through our free natal chart there. All right. So there's that. Okay. Let's get on with the insights, shall we? Okay. Last week, did I mention Mercury is in retrograde? It went retrograde on the 1st of April, and that's no joke. So, hey, let's have a look at Mercury. That was kind of corny, huh? Well, let's have a look at Mercury. It's retrograde. It started on the 1st, and it starts in this week, Aries, and in the fourth house. I suspect you can expect some twist ups in the home environment. Mercury is trying to throw a wrench into the works, so just mentally prepare yourself. This may be a bit more true for Aries. On the 8th, some revelations may be getting a little bit startling as you work through those. You may be inclined to plan a new path. When doing so, be careful you don't leave behind any burned bridges. All right. On the 10th, Jupiter conjunct Uranus. And if you want to get ahead, conserve your energy as others burn through theirs. And I'm just going to give you a heads up on this. conserve your energy. Trust me. This will be evident next week. Okay. The 11th is, well, the 11th this week is when that energy conservation comes into play, but also next week. So just pay attention. All right. Okay. That's for everybody. Now, Gemini, my darlings, let's move on to you. Mercury is in retrograde. Need I say more? This is usually our bane. This is the thing that trips us up. Let's try to be positive about it. Let's prevent accidents, move tripping hazards. Don't walk on a wet floor. Be extra careful with your words and actions, and everything is going to be great, okay? Just be cautious and you should be fine. Also, Geminis, try not to gloss over the fine print. Read everything carefully. This is literal and metaphoric. Your approach in contracts, dealings, finances, and so forth should be approached with extreme caution. Don't let this scare you away from the deal of a lifetime if it happens to be in front of your face, but just be extra careful and attentive to the details. All right. Well, I sure do enjoy doing this. I was doing it for myself for a while and, looking into all the astrological things and doing my own thing. And I decided once upon a time that, I should be sharing this with others. So here we are. And thank you for joining me. And if you don't mind, stop by our Facebook group and drop us a message there. Okay? We'd appreciate it. Sometimes it gets a little depressing, I suppose, or discouraging is a better word for it, that there's no feedback. So if you are so inclined, leave us a like on YouTube if you're listening there. If you're on Spotify listening there, if you have an opportunity, click a like button or a subscription button. And on Facebook, same thing. Please like us, leave us a comment. We'd appreciate it. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you next week. Bye bye.